It's about humanity, about civilization. The spectrum is much wider than just looking at a pure architectural design.
It's very special. I mean, it recognizes the real work of an architect. I mean, this cultural input he has on society and a community.
And it forces architects to rethink their role, rather than master designers, but maybe as mobilizers and activists and concerned with the politics of human condition.
The Aga Khan Award for Architecture is given every 3 years to projects that set new standards of excellence in architecture, not only in the design of new buildings, but in the whole spectrum of related fields. From restoration and conservation of historic monuments, to landscape architecture, to infrastructure projects, to large-scale urban planning.
The definition of architecture for the award is a much wider definition than normally understood as architecture, because it is about the quality of life, it's about civil society. And His Highness insists in a very positive way on that we have this wide frame.
We have set in motion a process of real promise, a process which, with God's grace, can help to produce an enhanced quality of life for Muslims throughout the world.
Founded by His Highness the Aga Khan in 1977, the award has established a reputation as one of the most prestigious and coveted prizes in its field. This cycle, the prize fund has been increased to $1 million.
His Highness made a decision to increase the prize money, and I believe that he did that with a sensitivity to the fact that the prize money is going to provide assistance and encouragement for more initiatives.
We have seen that premiated projects produce offsprings, and I think that this is where its agency and power lies, in encouraging more of the good initiatives.
The high standing of the award is rooted in the unique rigour of its selection process. Each 3-year cycle sees the appointment of a new master jury made up of world-renowned architects, critics, artists and philosophers. The jury is overseen and advised by an eminent steering committee chaired by His Highness the Aga Khan.
Issue of concern because we're living through an ongoing process of urbanization.
The jury meets to consider nominations and select a shortlist. The shortlisted finalists are then visited on site by expert reviewers who collect information on all aspects of each project.
You do metrics? Less than you do. They use the traditional measuring system.
So what the technical reviewer does is go right into the detail, check all the figures and facts at one level, but also get the real experience of the people, how the people are using the building, so that you can put a much deeper picture together for the master jury to assess.
The reviewers present their findings in person to the master jury to help them decide which of the finalists should be awarded the ultimate prize.
Insisted on specifying it like that.
I was totally amazed with the level of details that's been discovered by the reviewers.
You're entering behind the students.
I've said before in juries of pure architecture, this is different, this is totally different.
Our technical reviewers were magnificent.
Some of the walls which don't come.
They are fantastic storytellers, and conversation with technical reviewers were one of the highlights of this particular cycle review for me.
From that analysis, it allowed us as a jury to quickly understand which projects really achieved excellence and went beyond just the imagery of photographs that were presented to us.
This year's finalists are a typically diverse group, ranging from a primary school in Rwanda to a high-rise apartment block in Thailand. Choosing the winners proved as challenging as ever.
The first round, the selection of the shortlist of 20, was really the result of an amazing consensus. And we thought from there on it was just going to be a cruise. But it wasn't a cruise. Round two, the picking of the ones we would award, there were significant differences.
Yeah, we should never have
That should never have been allowed. Yeah. But the strength of the jury was in that we overcame the hiccups.
And what's starting to happen?
And we came out with 5 awards, around which we have united.
The Hassan Dur Bridge links the cities of Rabat and Saleh to form an urban hub. Besides providing transport connections, the structure also forms a new public space for the people of both cities.
The people can use infrastructure as a roof. They will develop here a market, they will develop whatever they want. I'm very proud of the fact that infrastructure is not disconnected to the social landscape, to the society.
The Islamic cemetery in Altach, Austria, was built to serve the Muslim community of Vorarlberg. Its monumental, minimalist design makes the most of its magnificent alpine setting.
Es sind eigentlich immer die 2 Sachen, die mir in einem Projekt äußerst wichtig sind. Das ist auf der einen Seite der Ort. Also mir ist es immer extrem wichtig, irgendwie den Ort zu spüren, aufzugreifen. Und auf der anderen Seite ist es der Mensch. Was bei diesem Projekt sicher sehr speziell war, mit sehr vielen Leuten, also mit einer ganzen Community arbeiten zu dürfen.
Covering 27 hectares, with over 5.5 kilometres of covered markets, an integrated mosque and several public spaces, the Tabriz Historic Bazaar Complex is no easy building to maintain.
وقتی که فضا برای کاسبکار مناسب نباشه معلومه مشتری هم نمیره که ازش خرید بکنه و نمیتونه بازار خود چرخان بشه. اینه که تعداد زیادی از بازاریان از حجرات خودشون از مکان کسب و کار خودشون.
The Iranian Cultural Heritage and Tourism Organization is rehabilitating the vast complex by encouraging individual bazaar owners to take a lead in restoring their own premises. Built by the Italian NGO Emergency, the Salam Centre for Cardiac Surgery serves patients from 23 countries.
We talked as ministers of health with our neighbors. We said, let us actually make health as a bridge for peace. We get people from other countries and they get treatment here. We get others to be trained here. And this is, in fact, a good idea of cooperation.
The hospital makes use of energy-saving features such as a double-skin roof, while the accommodation block incorporates the reuse of shipping containers used to transport building materials to the site. The Palestinian town of Bir Zayt had fallen into decay, with a lack of opportunity forcing residents to abandon its crumbling buildings. The Rewaq Centre for Architectural Conservation has brought Bir Zayt back to life, creating employment and reviving lost skills in the process.
Bir Zayt project from the beginning was a project for the people. It was never about the stone. So restoration for us was a tool to engage the people with this project.
So we believe Bir Zayt functioned as a pilot for what it takes if we want to make Palestinian historic centers function again and they become a place for connectivity.
Five award recipients from 20 finalists, all of them outstanding examples of their type. They take the total number of awardees to 110, a roll call of excellence spanning 36 years, and a beacon of inspiration for architects throughout the Muslim world and beyond.